Gamescom 2025 was a tidal wave of announcements, trailers, and interviews so intense, it might have left you feeling like you blinked and missed half the magic. Now that the hype has settled, let's spotlight 6 stunning games that flew under the radar, projects with bold ideas and unique charm that deserve your attention. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these titles could redefine their genres, while others might just remind you of classics in ways you never expected. Ready to dig deeper? Let's go. Katanaut, a cosmic horror slasher with retro soul. Katanaut isn't your average roguelike. This 2D pixel art brawler drops you into a dystopian hellscape where you'll slash through grotesque creatures while dodging hazards and collecting power-ups. What sets it apart? The game promises a sci-fi narrative that evolves with each run, blending survival mechanics with cryptic lore about the apocalypse. Launching September 10th on PC, fans of games like Dead Cells and Hollow Knight might find themselves hooked. But here's the twist. Will the story ever feel satisfying? Or will it fade into the background like most roguelikes? Share your thoughts. Do you prefer narrative-driven roguelikes, or is the chaos enough on its own? Wild Blue, a Star Fox throwback with new friends. Remember the joy of racing through space on the SNES? Blowing up alien ships with your anthropomorphic squad? Wild Blue is here to bring that nostalgia back. Developed by Chuhai Lads, founded by a Star Fox original programmer, this on-rails shooter features talking animals battling enemies in a stylized sci-fi world. While it's not an official Star Fox revival, it's the next best thing for fans craving that classic vibe. But here's where it gets controversial. Can a spiritual successor ever truly replace the original? Is this a welcome tribute or a cash grab? We'll see when it finally releases, though no date has been set yet. Kaidan, a samurai Souls-like with extraction thrills. Kaidan's trailer might have made you think of Dark Souls, but don't be fooled. This feudal Japan action game blends fast-paced, arcade-style combat with a mission-based extraction system. You'll team up with others, or go solo, to fight yokai, Cthulhu-inspired horrors, while planning your approach and managing resources. The real standout? It's hybrid gameplay, which mixes the precision of Ninja Gaiden with the strategic depth of co-op survival. But the question remains, will it feel fresh or just derivative? Let us know. Do you think Souls-likes need to stick to their roots, or is this kind of evolution exciting? Project Bloomwalker, a Ghibli-inspired sim with a twist. Imagine a cozy life sim where your home is a magical, legged castle rolling across a ruined world. That's Project Bloomwalker, a game that channels Howl's Moving Castle meets Stardew Valley. You'll restore ecosystems by crafting crystals, foraging for materials, and recruiting adorable creatures called oddlings to help. The art style alone is a feast for the eyes, but the real charm lies in its blend of exploration and environmental restoration. And this is the part most people miss. The game's focus on rebuilding nature in a post-apocalyptic setting could spark conversations about sustainability in gaming. What do you think? Should games have a message, or is pure fun enough? Lost Hellden, a PS2 JRPG revival with polish. If you grew up with Rogue Galaxy or Dragon Quest VIII, Lost Hellden was a love letter to the past. This old-school RPG features painterly environments, a job system, and skill trees. With news, but here's the rub. How many times can we repackage the same formula before it feels stale? Critics of modern JRPGs might argue that this game is just nostalgia bait. Do you agree? Or does Lost Hellden have what it takes to stand out? No release date yet, but the team's pedigree gives it a fighting chance. Morsels, a sewer-based Pokémon clone with bite. Picture a Pokémon-style collectathon where you're a mouse fighting cats in the sewers, and you can transform into mutated creatures with unique abilities. Morsels is a roguelite that lets you swap between these creatures mid-run to tackle challenges. It's been compared to The Binding of Isaac and Atomicrops, but the hand-drawn visuals and quirky charm make it feel fresh. Launching November 18th on console and PC. This one could either be a genre gem or a forgettable experiment. Here's the million-dollar question. Does the game's absurd premise work in its favor? Or will it get lost in the crowd of similar titles? Sound off in the comments. What game on this list are you most excited to try, and why?